black women who are just focused on dating black men.
Basically, he says if you want to exclusively date black men that haven't been to jail, make over six figures, is at least 6 foot tall, and actually is open to being in a committed relationship, your chance is 1 in 250. Do with that information what you will. May the odds be ever in your favor.
He was basically putting that video out to encourage black women to divest because there's not that many black men to choose from. 1 in 250. I don't know how he got to that number, but I do know how I got to my number in regards to breaking down the rarity of finding a suitable black woman in the United States. So let me show y'all something real quick.
So I'm not with nobody, cause I don't wanna hurt nobody. Did it over text, didn't call me. Still got love for your mommy. I know you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody.
But I do have a couple things that I want to say, and there's also a couple videos that I wanted to comment on, and also give you guys some stats in response to something that I saw on TikTok. For some odd reason, they continuously send me these toxic posts and videos where people are consistently going on and talking about black men. So this is one video that I saw, and it was actually made by a black LGBTQ gay man, and he was, I guess, giving black women advice on how rare it is to find a black man in the United States. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play this video.
Black women who are just focused on dating black men.
Basically, he says if you want to exclusively date black men that haven't been to jail, make over six figures, is at least 6 foot tall, and actually is open to being in a committed relationship, your chance is 1 in 250. Do with that information what you will. May the odds be ever in your favor.
Let's play that one more time.
I hear about black women who are just focused on dating black men.
Basically, he says if you want to exclusively date black men that haven't been to jail, make over six figures, is at least 6 foot tall, and actually is open to being in a committed relationship, your chance is 1 in 250. Do with that information what you will. May the odds be ever in your favor.
All right. So basically that video was a promo for divestment. He was basically putting that video out to encourage black women to divest because there's not that many black men to choose from. 1 in 250. I don't know how he got to that number, and to say that it was 1 in 250 for black women, but I do know how I got to my number in regards to breaking down the rarity of finding a suitable black woman in the United States. So let me show y'all something real quick. If you keep coming for the black male image, I'm gonna show you something different. So here we go. So for every 100 women in the US, there is 6.5% black women. That's 21.6 million black women. A lot of people get it messed up when they say, oh, how many black men are in the US? And they'll say 13% or 12%. But you're putting the whole black population together, both black men and black women. So you have to separate that, which is what I did. 6.5%. If you go do a quick Google search, ask how many black women are in the US. And this is the number that you get. So out of that 21.6 million, 5.8 million are married. That equates to 27%. We all know this. You've been to blackdemographics.com. We've touched on this before. So if you subtract that 5.8 million from the 21.6 million, that leaves you with 15.8 million available black women. Now, what's important to men? So they went off what women require, the basic requirements for black men. So we're going to go the basic requirements for black women that black men have, right? So let's remove the weight requirements. The CDC reports that over 80% of black women are overweight. So that equates to 12.6 million. 64%, 10.1 million, are obese. So we all know that if a black man who has his stuff together, most men want an in-shape woman. So we can go ahead and remove 80% of black women that do not qualify for a good black man. Now, between 3.1 million and 5.6 million, that 3.1 million, that equates to the 80% of the overweight. The 5.6 for the 36% equates to the 64% who are obese. So since we know that a black man or a man in general who qualifies, they don't want overweight or obese women. So let's start here. We'll go for 20%. So 20% of black women are left. That equates to 3.1 million black women who meet the basic requirements of being in shape for a good black man. Now, the 3.1 million black women who are not obese or overweight are left. And then let's remove the 61% of black women who have children. 1.9 million. So you remove that. That leaves 1.2 million or 5.6 million of the 21.6 million black women in the U.S. that fit the basic requirements for a black man. Now, 1.2 million of black people identify as LGBTQ, with 61% of black LGBT adults are women. That equates to 732,000. A large percentage of black women who hate black men.
This is why I divest. Black men as a whole are failing.
College debt for undergraduate loans, including principal and interest, after 1 year graduation, black women have a little over $41,000 in college debt. Black women have a $75,000 college debt 1 year after a graduate program. Consumer debt, 304, masculine, unfriendly, cooperative, submissive, attractive, not looking for marriage, incarcerated, broke, etc. All those things equate to the approximate that we have not figured into, because I can't quantify that because I don't know for sure. But those are definitely things that men look for when they're looking for a wife. So a woman may disqualify herself from being a divester. Maybe she don't like black men. Maybe she has a lot of college debt. That would disqualify her as well. Maybe she has a lot of consumer debt. That disqualifies her. Men don't want 304s. That disqualifies her. She's masculine. Another disqualifier. Is she friendly? Is she cooperative? Is she submissive? Is she attractive? Is she one of these women that's saying, I'm not looking for marriage? Is she incarcerated? Black women lead all women in regards to the incarceration rates. Or is she broke? No man wants to deal with a woman who is looking for help. So out of the 167.5 million women in the U.S. with approximately 1.2 million eligible black women, that leaves 0.73% possibility of finding a black woman who qualifies for the basic requirements for black men. And when I say basic requirements, I'm talking about this. You have approximately a 0.73 chance of finding a single, childless, not overweight or obese black woman in the United States of America. Good luck, and may the odds be in your favor. It's 1 in 135. The large percentage of black women who hate black men, that's the divestors. If they have college debt, consumer debt, are they 304, masculine? Are they friendly, cooperative, submissive, attractive, not looking for marriage, etc., etc., etc. Those things I didn't even factor in. So if you take the 0.73% and you add these variables in, then that bumps that percentage down lower than it actually is. So I'm just giving grace because I cannot quantify all those other things because I don't know those women personally. So I can ask them, are they, submissive, friendly, all that stuff, right? So that's the breakdown. 0.73% chance of a black man who has it all together of finding a black woman that meets the basic requirements for black men. So what does that tell you? Passport bros are winning. Or expand your options. Date whoever you want to date. Date who makes you happy, and make sure that you choose wisely. That's all I'm going to say. So if people want to put foolery on there about black men, hey, this is how rare it is to find a good black man, right? I just wanted to do this to show you all how rare it is to find a black woman that meets the basic requirements. the basic, the bare minimum. The first thing, men are visual, in shape. If 80% of black women are overweight and 80% of that number is obese, then you just knocked yourself right out of the marriage market. Do with this information as you will. But like I said, it was necessary for me to put this out there because I only respond when people try and bash the black male ethnic image. I would not be doing this stuff if people would just shut their damn mouths about what black men are doing. If you don't like us, cool. Leave us out of your conversations. Go divest. Try your luck over there. But don't put out foolery and then think that somebody's not going to respond. 0.73% chance of finding a black woman in the United States that meets the basic requirements. And this is not to shame. It's just in response. We all on level playing field, right? So if they put that stuff out there, then it's only fair that you have a black man such as myself that puts information out there as well, and in response to what they were saying about black men. So we can both use this information for reference. But for me, I broke it down for you very easy so you can see it with your own eyes. 0.73%. Go ahead and make sure you click that link, get you some Teej Hanley, and support the Medium Man YouTube channel, and also support Teej Hanley.